I don't want to know what you do. I want to know how you do it. You know what you do, but you got to know how you do it so that in high stress, you make sure that you say the right things at the right moment. That's the how. That's what we're here for today, is for you to figure out how you do what you do. If you come in here with a controlled shot, which you just did, congratulations, but you got to know exactly how you do it. That's the tool that's in the toolbox, not what you do. Because it doesn't matter in here, right? We got a little bit of nerves, whatever. You got your veins all perfect? Because he had his veins perfect. No, you don't have that? Oh my gosh, okay. Not that clean. You're already starting out. You got purple, you like Barney? Yeah. All right. You even got purple veins even. Yeah. What's the deal with purple?
It was a good color.
You just like purple?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, okay.
It all matched.
That is manly, okay. You even got a purple peep sight. Actually, that's more pinkish. You're aiming at a target down there, right?
I'm just blank bailing.
No. There ain't no blank bailing in here. There ain't no blank bailing ever anywhere. Aim at a specific bullseye target, please. That was slower. Mm-hmm. Can you go slower?
Yeah.
Do you know how?
Yeah. When I point my finger, I'll just do it slower.
Okay. So you're working more on your relaxation than you are on taking up slack.
Correct. Yeah, I'm relaxing my finger.
And have you killed any critters that way?
Yes.
Lots?
Yes. Well, not lots, only
two.
Two.
And did you relax your finger on those?
Yeah, I did. Because when every time I shoot it, when I rotate my release, and I have a touch point here on my release, to where can't punch it. I can't punch it through my finger.
Okay, good. I like that. 10 times slower than last time. Good work. Next. Good work. Who's up? Oh, man. Here we go.
Murder wise choice.
Is this a wise choice? It says it on there, but I don't know if it is.
There, but we'll find out.
Okay, here we go. How do you make it go off?
I have thumb about right there.
And pull. You pull, okay. Do you get any variations in your shot timing as far as how much you have to pull?
Probably.
I mean, do you feel like, oh man, this one's taking a long time, or whoa, that was fast? Do you get that? Okay. So that means you just got to be careful with your preload if you're going to use this for activation. Okay. I want this one to take a long time, buddy. So you're pulling with your fingers and not with your thumb. Okay. So what I saw was he would pull a little bit and nothing moves, and then you'd put more pressure on it with your thumb. And then you'd pull a little bit, and then you'd put more pressure with your thumb. And eventually you moved it enough with your thumb that the arrow fired. So what we have to do with this release, let me see it real quick. If you're going to pull on a thumb button, the only thing you are pulling is your thumb on the release. You're just pulling this, like you're not even holding on to it. Don't let go of your release, please, right? But when you are pulling, this is the sensation that you should have. It should be articulating at the base joint of your thumb. You're not moving your thumb. You're just pulling your thumb on the trigger. But what happens is we pull our fingers, which doesn't put any more pressure on the trigger. That's why your timing gets weird, because you were switching back and forth. You'd pull with your fingers, and then you'd put more pressure on with your thumb. Then you pull with your fingers, and every time you pull with your fingers, you're putting input into the bow. You're changing pressures in the bow. So it's not going to hit in the same place. Okay? So we got to, if you are going to pull on a thumb button, let's get used to wrapping that thumb around there and then just pulling your thumb. So then when you put your fingers on there, it's the same thing. You're just pulling your thumb. All the pressure is on the trigger. See that? That's happening with my hand? That leaves the release locked in space, and I'm just pulling my hand on the release. Specifically, I'm pulling my thumb on the release. That's how we make that thing go off, okay? Thumb button movement is very complex. It can be an array of different movements. All of them are fairly complex. So you're just pulling your thumb. See the difference?
Yep.
Right? So all pressure is put on the trigger, not in your fingers. Cool?
Makes sense.
Okay, who's up, who's up, who's up? Let's go. Let's go.
I put this one on.
Okay, cool. You shoot whatever you want.
Well, I have a feeling that maybe I'm going to learn what you're teaching me a little bit better with.
Oh,
It's a little
okay.
easier to control.
Okay, so this one's a harder trigger then for you. I mean, it's harder to make it go off than that
Yes.
super light wash.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. How are you going to make this go off though? Like, what's your method?
Well, I usually take a breath.
No. How do you make the release go off? I don't care about all that other stuff. How do you make your release go off?
With this one specifically, I just make sure I pull through slowly.
So you're moving your finger.
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
That's what I usually do, but it's
Okay.
probably wrong.
No, it's not wrong. If you make the release go off, it's not wrong. It's just maybe less accurate than it could be. I'm gonna watch this here. Holy cat shit. Like, I don't want to get in a fight with you, bro. Give me another one.
That's why I'm here.
What happened? What happened?
Too fast.
You punched it like Mike Tyson, bro. Why would you do that? Is that your normal shot?
Probably most of them, yeah.
Probably. So I asked him if that's his normal shot, and he said probably. What does that tell you? It tells you it's a mystery. You don't know what's coming. Here's what's coming on this one. You're going to draw back and aim. Then you're going to wrap your finger on the trigger. Then you're going to say, here I go. Then you're going to pull your hand through the strap. You're not moving your finger. If you move your finger, we're taking over the table. You heard that arrow saw. That's what's happening, right? You're going to end up like me, cutting your fingers off. Okay. Once you wrap into the trigger, after you have aimed, wrap in, wrap in, wrap in. Okay, there you go. Then say, here I go. No. Say, here I go.
Set it in my head.
Turn on the saw. Let's go. Come on, brother. Follow me. If I tell you to say, here I go, I need to hear it out loud, okay? No moving fingers. No moving fingers. Let's go. Draw back and aim. Let me turn that for you. Got your aim?
Yes, sir.
Wrap in. Say, here I go.
Here.
No. Say, here I go.
Here.
No. Here I go. Just here I go. Say it like that. Here I go.
Here I go.
Okay. Get another one. Surprise break. See the difference? Feel the difference?
Yes.
It was beautiful, man. But you got to understand what happened on the first one and what happened on the last one.
First one, ting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to, I mean, just wherever it hit. But
Yeah.
the shot was completely rushed,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Second one, you got to the click, cool. Then you rushed it. This one, you stayed in it.
Okay.
That's what we got to figure out.
All right.
How did you do that? Right?
Yes.
Well done. Here we go. Who's up? Who's up? Come on, get on the trigger. You got on the trigger like 6 times. Like, hey, right? Get on the target, then get on the trigger. They're individual steps, but you got to organize faster.
Well, I didn't get on the trigger till I was on the target, right?
Right, so that means you got to get on the target faster.
Okay.
Get on there. Just draw back and aim. You know it's 20 yards. Stick your 20-yard pin on it. You got it set for 20?
Yeah.
That was loud. I thought you shot a chair.
I thought it was the TV.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Slower on the trigger work, faster on the organization. Okay? Good. Good trigger work. We need even faster organization. Fellas, we got to be training for reality here, right? Like that bull, you stopped him, you got the full draw, and then he stops quartered away. Do you think you're going to then just go, hey, hey? on the trigger? No. Your thought volume is going to be very high. Remember, thoughts are not thinking. Thoughts are what you hear. Thinking is what you say. Thoughts have no instruction. Thoughts have no strategy. Thoughts cannot solve a problem. But they're coming in there. You got no control of thoughts. Let them in. But you got to practice thinking louder than your thoughts.